Ladies and gentlemen, this is CVP World. You're watching another edition of Military Mind, bringing you news from the front lines. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee. Last night, Russian forces launched a massive attack on Ukraine, sending more than 100 drones across the country. Authorities say the strikes caused widespread destruction, damaging numerous buildings and injuring several people in cities throughout the region. Zaporizhia, which is routinely shelled by Moscow, was hit by missiles overnight. One person was killed and 13 were wounded as a result of the strike. Large-scale fires broke out in the city after the attack. The fire engulfed 3 residential buildings covering an area of 350 square meters, 2 trucks in a parking lot, as well as a maintenance station covering an area of 600 square meters. The Ukrainian capital was also attacked during the night. In Kyiv, there are reports of a drone strike that caused fire. Local authorities say that while the fire was being extinguished, Russian troops struck the facility again, damaging 2 fire and rescue vehicles. In the city of Sumy, a part of the city was left without electricity. On the front line, Russian troops are crossing the Oskil River to reach the right bank outskirts of Kupiansk via pipeline, as according to the website Deep State. Now, according to the estimates, the entire route takes 4 days. The authors of the project have pointed out that the Russian armed forces have already carried out similar operation in the Avdiivka area in the Donetsk region and in Sudzha in the Kursk region. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in turn reported that the exit from the pipeline is under control of the Ukrainian military. Meanwhile, Ukrainian analysts reported the advance of the Russian armed forces south of Pokrovsk. They added that Ukrainian troops had advanced quite deep into the gray zone in the area of the Russian armed forces' breakthrough in Dobropilya and claimed that another micro-pocket may appear in addition to the encirclement in the Kucharov Yar area. Now moving to the Middle East, late on the evening of September 15th, the Israeli Defense Forces launched a ground operation to capture the city of Gaza, aimed at defeating the terrorist group Hamas. A senior IDF official said that ground forces had entered Gaza City and would be joined by additional forces in the coming days. The Israeli army is attempting to capture the northern part of the city, according to Al Jazeera. The IDF has not yet officially confirmed this information. In the last week before the operation, the IDF intensified its airstrikes on Gaza City and destroyed dozens of high-rise buildings that Hamas terrorists allegedly used for military purposes. On the evening of September 15th, the Israeli Air Force launched massive airstrikes on Gaza City, after which tanks entered. According to Axios, the Israeli operation began a few hours after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. According to 2 Israeli officials, Rubio told Netanyahu that the Trump administration supports the ground operation, but wants it to be carried out quickly and end as soon as possible. A new and insidious threat is emerging along the roads and supply routes: Russian FPV drones lying in wait. Operators hide the device in bushes or ravines and simply wait. When a convoy or even a single car passes by, the drone launches instantly and moves towards its target. These FPVs can stay hidden for long periods, using almost no energy while on the ground, and when a potential target approaches, the operator only needs to give it a single command for takeoff. In some cases, the Russians equip these traps with a backup power source on detonator. That way, even if the main battery dies, the drone can still function as a surprise explosive device on contact. For the Ukrainian military, this demands even greater vigilance. Air defense and electronic countermeasures must scan the skies, while security units are forced to patrol roads and logistic routes to clear possible ambushes. In the Luhansk region, Ukrainian tank crews continue to methodically drive the enemy out of fortifications and buildings used as temporary shelters. In the frontline village near Svatove, the crew of a T-72EA tank carried out a strike on a house where 4 Russian soldiers have been spotted. Aerial reconnaissance confirmed that a small enemy unit had taken a position in the building, using it as both an observation post and a firing position. The mission was clear: destroy the target and prevent the occupiers from maintaining control of the settlement. Several well-aimed shots from the T-72EA's cannon completely destroyed the enemy shelter. According to available reports, the Russian soldiers inside were eliminated. Now, the T-72EA tank is a modernized version of the Soviet-era vehicle known for its high accuracy and reliability on a modern battlefield. Ukrainian crews use it skillfully both to support infantry and to suppress enemy strongholds. Fighters from Ukraine's 3rd Assault Brigade continue to methodically push the occupier out of a village in the Donetsk region. One of the units received an urgent task to locate and evacuate nearby groups, including the wounded. They acted quickly and efficiently. The Karakut Colony Company and the 1st Company of the Warriors Cartel, part of the 2nd Mechanized Battalion, formed a combat group for search and cover operations. Under the cover of machine gun and automatic fire, the group advanced deep into the buildings, carefully clearing out courtyards, basements, and rubbles as they moved.
Аккуратнее, мужчины. Аккуратнее, я вас прошу. Прочистили дом, продолжаем дальше. У Тёмы задача есть.
Выход!
И перед выходом на вторую фазу. Ориентир, большая церковь. Соберите раму и начинаем работать.
Тома, що робимо?
Прокашуй, ми по ліву сторону пішли, блядь, нахуй.
Готові?
Тебе я чекаю контроль по просуванню. Контроль по просуванню. Не спішіть.
Тьома на зв'язку.
Тьома, дивись. Я при заході в дом, підвал. Там суміжні сили. Позивний дізель. Як прийняли?
Плюс. Дизель. Він тут, а в погребі, біля гаража.
Де він?
У тому підвалі.
Повтори.
З дизелем вийшли на контакт, як прийняв. Пішли.
Тьома. Тьома, продублюй, що ти виходив.
З дизелем вийшли на контакт. Він цілий і неушкоджений, як прийняв.
Плюс, друже, там ще один дім поруч, 5 метрів від нього.
Плюс, працюємо. Прорабатывай.
Вы зачистили этот дом, все, занимайте там укрытие. Плюс, красавчики. Полное понимание у тебя должно быть, кто где находится.
Скільки у вас людей там?
Двое, я на зв'язку.
Він ходячий чи не ходячий?
Один 300 он
Чекай, не йди.
Як твій позивний? А, їбать.
Тома, дай нам розуміння по суміжним силам. Яка кількість? Так, там 300 по позиції.
Там один 300.
Один и один ты, да?
Блядь, в нього губа
Да
нахуй.
я понял, все.
Так речі, блядь.
Так.
Нехай хлопці дочищають теж швиденько, да, потім по моїй команді. Будьте готові.
Плюс.
Пацаны, вы готовы? На наш рывок.
Підарів не дали, двох тільки підарів, блядь. Застрелив, йобані. Сука, проїбав, знять, нахуй. На підтяжки підтягувалися. Два йобані, нахуй. Нарисувались.
And with that footage, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. But for more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.